Please, do it for me.
Be humble, sit down. Be humble, bitch, sit down. Be humble, sit down. Be humble, sit down. Be humble.
I don't think you failed, you just made some bail. Come the day, it gets worse, and I hope you fucking hurt. Now what's the word, Captain? I think I caught you naked. There are 9 more ways that this hell's packing. No.
Shorty bugging cause I never call now, yeah. I'ma get it all now, yeah. Wait, get it. When I get the crown, I'ma stay with it. New shit drop, they stay. Live it. Got no time for fake bitches, yeah. You be getting money where you at. You ain't never put no money in a stat, yeah. You can pop it to be stunting here.
The temptation when you get the vibration won't do you no good. Won't do you no good. You better start rolling when you hear the man calling. It won't do you no good. It won't do you no good. No, you don't mind. If you don't mind, hell, I'll never mind. Let the feeling come take you. It won't do you no good.
Only thing that I like, you ain't got no life. Nah. Cups with the ice, and we do this every night. I ain't check the price. I got it. I make my own money, so I spend it how I like. I'm just living life. And let my mama tell it, nigga, I ain't living right. Chop the top off the Porsche, that's a headless horse. Extendo, long as an extension cord. Bitch, I ball like Jordan, and I play full court. And if you're not my type, then you know I gotta keep the shit short. What you know about a chick? What you got up in your pocket? What you spending when you shopping, dog? Why you wanna go flex? Like you all in the mix, like you got some shit popping off. I got some models that you see up in the movies, and they wanna make a flick for the camera. Yeah, wanna be Kim Kardashian. Heard I was
More when I was not around. Certain people that I know, they ain't no longer about. My name came up a lot, it sounds. More when I was not around. Certain people.
Our bodies are Earth, symphonic or curves, still side by side, sisters unite. Stretch marks and scars, they're just decorations. Freckles like stars and new constellations. Hurt then recover, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a liar, I'm a lover. And I grow like a flower forever blooming. But that's what makes me a woman. That's what makes me a woman.
Yeah! Looney Tunes! Mr.
Oh, you need me to put those weights back for you? No. I'm pretty sure I just lifted it 40 times above my head. Wow, look at you go! I couldn't even do that. Try going lower. Oh, I actually have a medical. Oh, no. Doesn't care. You using that weight? Yeah. Woo! What did I ever do to you? Yeah, I can do that. Ooh, that's heavy. Wouldn't expect someone like you to be lifting something like that. You know, you'd lose more weight on the cross trainer. That's it. Keep going, lovely. You can do it.
goal for 2022, press handstand.
Pull up the thing, gon' turn up. Disco. Disco.
What term that I am so happy the gym community has created, muscle mommy. Muscle mommy just gets me going.
Bro, I gotta poop.
Are you into bodybuilding girls?
I never was. Nothing against them, of course, but I find that they've lost their femininity. When I see the big bulging biceps they have, or the huge quad sweep, for example, or they're walking around with that lat syndrome walk, it just feels too masculine for me.
It can be scary.
Yeah.
I think it's a taste thing. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure there's guys who like that, and everyone has their own styles.
I want to go home, please.
Why do you want to go home, Jane?
Are you on drugs? Are you fucking on drugs? Why do I want to go home?
Giây phút em gặp anh là em biết em si tình. Tình 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 tang tang tình tang tình 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 tang tang tang. Giây phút em gặp anh là em biết em si tình. Tình 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 toan toan tình toan tình mình tình tan 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 tình. Anh tính sao giờ đây anh tính sao?
Hey TikTok, it's Sophie Butler here. I'm just on my way up to Gymshark HQ ahead of our live event with myself and Millie Pickles tomorrow. We'll be live streaming on TikTok here at 1 p.m. and we're going to be discussing all things disability and fitness and being a disabled woman in the fitness industry. So I hope to see you there.
What's he building in there? He's hiding something from the rest of us.
Fucking introduction that you already know. Suicide, death row, ride.
Stitch this and tell me about a time that another woman made you feel really empowered.
So I used to be extremely shy, and this one day I had a photo shoot in Santa Monica, and I guess this lady knew from my body language that I was not comfortable. So she walked on by and she started hyping me up. She was like, "Orchid sis, you look amazing. Who cares what other people think? Like, you do you." And then she literally made my day, and I could not have gone through that photo shoot and get those amazing pictures without her. So remember, girls have to support one another. It's like, come on. This isn't a way to competition. We are so much more strong when we work together and we help one another.
Let me talk to him. Let me talk to him. Let it rain. Let me talk to him. Come on.
So they had them apple bottom jean boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. She hit the floor.
Like honestly, every single morning I woke up and I was so discouraged with how I looked. I was literally ashamed of myself when I looked in the mirror. I was so discouraged every day. I mean, terrified I was never gonna compete again, never gonna be able to keep doing this.
Bad fitness advice that's actually good, but probably not for the reason you might think. Before I begin, this information is from the Mind Pump podcast. I love this podcast, and here we go. Number 1, if you want to get lean, don't eat after 6, 7, 8 p.m. And it's not because of any changes in your metabolism, it's because you probably make bad choices at night. Number 2, do fasted cardio in the morning. Fasted cardio isn't much better than regular cardio, but you're starting your day with a healthy habit. That's an A+. Number 3, do high reps or train to failure to build muscle. The thing is, most people aren't training 15, 20, 25 reps, so doing something new is a new stimulus and will build muscle. Number 4, you need to eat a ton of protein to build muscle. You don't need to eat a ton, but the average American who's trying to get into fitness isn't eating enough protein to build any muscle to begin with. Number 5, chasing the pump. The quote-unquote pump or transient sarcoplasmic hypertrophy does help build muscle. If you're only chasing the pump every workout, you're limiting yourself. Number 6, drink a gallon of water a day. The more water you drink, the more you pee. The more you pee, the more you have to move. The more you have to move, the less you're eating. Drink water.
Somebody better put you back in your place.
Piece of advice for skinny kids. I'd recommend taking 2 or 3 protein bars a day to school. You might be thinking, Luca, why? This is hella expensive and you can just meal prep some food. Just alone in these 2 protein bars, there's 40 gram of carbs, 40 gram of protein, and 406 calories. The best thing about them is that they're super easy to eat. However, on the other hand, protein bars can be quite expensive, but trust me boys, get yourself down to B&M because they can be super cheap there. Hope that helped guys, and cheers.
Bitch, I'm stylish. Glock talk, big t-shirt, Billie Eilish. Watch on my wrist, but I want that diamond. Niggas talk crazy when I pull up, it's silent. Mile high, run that shit back, bitch, I'm stylish. Glock talk, big t-shirt, Billie Eilish. Watch on my wrist.
So I've been lifting for nearly a decade now, and these are just some tips that would have helped me get so many more gains, but it's okay, we'll forgive past Nicole. You absolutely do not need to be doing 2 hours of cardio a day. You can definitely lift heavier than that. You're fine, you're not gonna get bulky. Eat your freaking protein. Stop doing stupid exercises from Pinterest. You're better off doing 4 to 5 exercises where you're actually pushing yourself than doing like 10 to 15 absolutely random exercises. You need to rest. Progressive overload is key. Stop comparing yourself to a random girl on Instagram who has a totally different body than you, and you'll never get that body because that's literally not how your genetics are, and you're 5'2". And you're always not going to be motivated, and that's fine.
Let's talk about the things I wish I knew when I was starting my fitness journey. Number 1, I wish I knew that having a healthy relationship with food was more important than worrying about what kinds of foods I was putting into my body. Overall, I wish I knew that all food was fuel, and that labeling foods as good or bad only led to food being something that I was worrying about. There's already things in life to worry about, like why would you make food another thing to worry about? I wish that I protected my relationship with food more, because food is a joyful thing, and you should be able to experience the life events that food brings with it, with no guilt, shame, or any kind of labeling. Second, I wish I knew to focus more on the basics. Things like stability, joint mobility, healthy movement patterns, focusing on your muscle imbalances, just making sure that my foundation was where it needed to be before I was trying to lift heavy and progressively overload. Because if you're trying to grow any muscle and you don't have proper movement patterns, you will not get very far. Or if your training is imbalanced where you're just focusing on one muscle group and not training the rest of your body, you're not going to get very far either. So I wish I knew that. And lastly, I wish I knew that fitness is not that deep. What I mean by this is that there's so many amazing aspects of life, and there was a point where I was letting fitness take some of those moments away from me because I had a certain number of days that I needed to be at the gym, and I was being dedicated and disciplined, but I was missing out on amazing moments. And I wish I could see going to the gym for what it was, which was a privilege. It's a privilege to get to go to the gym for 2 hours a day and have that time to yourself. So honoring that and doing workouts that I genuinely enjoyed, going to the gym when I wanted to, not going to the gym for punishment. Again, there's so many tough aspects to life. Like, why would you make fitness another hard thing for you to deal with? Because overall, fitness shouldn't be that deep. So protect your relationship with it. I hope that helps someone because I know it would have helped me when I was first starting my fitness journey. Toodles!
Liquid calories. This is a game changer. You see, drinking 1,000 calories is a hell of a lot easier than eating 1,000 calories. Let me introduce you to the Phaser Shake. This is a high calorie shake I made a couple years ago. It contains 1,000 calories. Here are the ingredients if you want to make it yourself. I created this shake a while back and honestly it saved me. I just took it with me on the bus to school most days, but if I was ever not hungry and I needed calories in me, I just drank one of these shakes.
This is 10 things that every guy should be able to do. Every guy should be able to execute 25 proper push-ups right then and there.
Of pork pies. These are fucking mental. Now this is about the size of my hand, and in this very small, compact pork pie, there is a whopping 1,194 calories.
The pork pie also has a solid 30 grams of protein and costs £1.69.
Someone could eat this in probably 3-4 minutes.
And finishing off with number 1, lastly, we have the sexiest part of the body, the back.
I mean, if you ever want to kiss a girl or ask her to go out, or actually, whenever you get scared about anything, you just do this. You just count to 3 and then do it. Because if you take too long, you just start to overthink it and you'll just drive yourself crazy. Trust me, it'll change your life.
You don't have to bulk and cut to build muscle. This myth is ridiculous. Take Jesse from Athlete X as an example. The guy is lean, has abs, deadlifts over 500 pounds, isn't massive, but has put on a lot of muscle for being a guy who was a hard gainer. He didn't bulk up and cut. He just ate while being lean and put on muscle. And so if you're already 20% body fat or more, don't think that adding in some more food is going to help you to build muscle. However, if you're too lean, single-digit body fat, you have shredded abs already, it might be a good idea to eat a little more.
Bulking. You see, the reason I've always been skinny is because my appetite sucks and I have a super fast metabolism, so I've always struggled to gain weight. And that, my friends, is why calorie-dense foods became my best friend.
In this video, I want to share with you my 5 favourite high-calorie snacks to help you put mass on.
Okay, quickly though, there's a couple rules with these foods. Rule number 1, the food is a snack, so it doesn't require cooking or blending. Rule number 2, it can't be anything stupid.
For example, this glass of olive oil has about 2,500 calories in, but obviously I'm not going to drink this.
Anyway, without further ado, let's do this.
High calorie snack number 1 is nuts.
More specifically, pecan and Brazil nuts.
Both with their advantages and disadvantages.
First, let's start with pecan. These are by far the most calorie dense nuts you can find. In only 100 grams, there's 725 calories. That also includes 11.5 grams of protein, and a pack of it costs £2.65.
Next, we have Brazil nuts.
These are just a little bit less calorie dense, but still, per 100 grams, 697 calories. However, the advantages are, it has more protein at 16.9 grams, and it's much cheaper than pecan nuts, only costing £1.95 a pack.
The great thing about these is you can simply just open the pack